Hey YouTube, welcome back to a special episode. Welcome back to a regular review of technology review. Welcome back to another tech review here on the Lincoln Williams Show, and I wanted to talk about my new phone. Um, so why I decided to upgrade to a new phone is that my iPhone 7 was getting a little bit old, well, a lot old because of the iPhone 15 release. So I decided to upgrade to a new phone and to get a touchscreen, like a home button touchscreen interface and all that stuff. And today's phone is today's phone is yeah, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about uh, today's phone, the TCL 40XL. Now, the TCL 40XL is probably a steal for phones, basically. And, it's probably a steal because a steal of a deal, as they say, it's a steal of a deal because this was only $120 when I got it, and it's around $179 on Amazon right now. If you go look it up, the TCL 40XL. Now this phone is unlocked, so you can put it with any carrier you wish, except for Net 10, which is owned by Verizon now. So you will have to get a Verizon account set up with them and all that stuff and stuff like that. So one of the things that that I really liked about this phone was the overall size. Was the overall size of the phone, as well as the battery and the size of the screen and the battery. Um, so yeah, I mean it's so yeah, I mean this battery is so good. This battery is so good. It's 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which is which is around like 2 days. I mean, when you think about it, it lasts for around 2 days. Um, so yeah, so let's take a look at the phone itself. Oh, it just turned on. So yeah, this is it. This is the TCL 40XL. Um, so yep, this is the phone. That stuff. Yep, this is this is the phone. So yep. Um, so so what this features is I got all my basic apps on here. Your your f- your So I got all my basic apps on here, and you can scroll and you can like scroll left and right, up and down, and it's really smooth. Basically, it's really smooth, and that's what I really kind of like about this processor with 6 gigabytes of RAM, and all that stuff. And so yeah, it comes with 256. It comes with 256 gigabytes of storage. So let's turn it off and that stuff. So So you have a front-facing camera right there, which is really nice. If you see on my photos on Facebook, you have a triple camera setup right. You have a camera setup right here. Triple camera setup right here, even though it looks generic to some people. Um, you got your microphone reader when you're talking. I think. I think that's what that is. Or that could be on the bottom. Um, yeah, I don't know. Um, so so you have a another thing up here, and you have a another speaker. You have another. You see, you have a speaker up here, and you have a speaker. You have a speaker down here, and your charging port and your headphone jack. Now, I did not have a headphone jack on my last phone. I did not have a headphone jack on my iPhone 7. So this was very, very nice. That stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into a game. Let's just see how it handles one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, which I own for the Super Nintendo and PC, and that is Chrono Trigger. So let's pop into Chrono Trigger right now. Oh, that was my alarm going off. Oh, let's reload the game again. And here you go. Here's the magic. And here's the sound. That's and that's the intro of the game, and it performs very well. Um, there we go. I'm gonna close that so it doesn't run in the background. Um, so so it has a face unlock. It has a face unlock, and it has a fingerprint reader scan a fingerprint reader scanner thing on the side of the phone so you can unlock it with your fingerprint, which I don't want to do. I don't want to unlock it with my fingerprint. I'd rather have a pin within it and all that stuff. So yeah, so that was Chrono Trigger running in the background. So I charged my phone this morning and it was at 100%, and now it is 10 1014 1014 um or 1034, sorry, 1034, and my battery is still at 64%. So yeah, it's a pretty good, battery overall. It's a pretty good battery for a phone like this. It's like a 2-day battery. Um, so yeah. Uh, phone calls are excellent. Phone calls are excellent on this device. That stuff. So if you really need to get a new phone, really, really badly, then this one may be for you. That stuff. So, anyways, what else do I want to show you? Let's just do a video just to see how it looks. Yep. So let's do let's do a little bit of Doctor Who. All right. That was the title sequence of Doctor Who, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So yeah, so let's do another test. Um, yeah, so that's how it looks, how the overall picture looks. It looks pretty good. It's HD, but it's not really 4K. This is not a 4K phone. Um, you could get better performance on some other phones. So yeah, let's take a picture of my setup, and let's take a picture of my setup and see how that looks while recording. And then another. So here's how it looks. So here's how the images look. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks pretty clear. I don't know if you can see that. Looks pretty clear. When I'm doing phone reviews, yeah, I'm terrible at phone reviews. Um, but it looks pretty good. So, yep. So, it looks pretty good. So, I won't post that one on Facebook. Um, and here is me and Amelia. So yeah, me and my wife, that stuff. So yep. So yeah, pictures look really great if you can get them in focus. They look really, really, really great. For a 2023 phone just like this. So yeah, so so there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of things that you can do on a smartphone nowadays. Mostly you can play emulators on Android, but you can't always play play emulators on Apple devices. So that's why I chose this one just to play, chose Android again, just to have that flexibility and have flexibility with my computer and all that stuff. So it was really necessary to have a phone to connect to my computer and all that stuff so I could message my wife and all that stuff, message my wife if I leave my phone in the other room, if I'm working here and all that stuff. So yeah, it's compatible with Windows 11. So yeah, so this phone, the TCL 40XL, I got this version of the phone. It came with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. That is a lot of storage. That is a lot of storage for this phone, and it's really really good. It's a really good amount of storage. Yeah, it makes Skype calls. I like to read. I like to read my Bible sometimes. So here are all my here are all my apps that I like to use. But some apps came with the phone, not stuff. So yep. So those are all my apps. And here is so yeah, when you swipe up, when you swipe up like this, it'll go up to a menu system like this. And it really is good. Yeah, it's really, really good. I think it's like 90 hertz or something like that. So yeah. So yeah. It's really, really good. Uh but like I said, phone calls are excellent on this thing, so your voice won't not get choppy as you go along. But yeah, this is a really impressive phone for like 120 bucks, for $179 on Amazon. So it's really, really impressive. Um, so yeah, Wi-Fi speeds are good. So I haven't had any issues with that. I haven't had any problems with text messaging. So yeah. So anyways, yeah. Um, so would I recommend the so would I recommend this phone? Only if you're on a budget. If you're not on a budget, go ahead and spend the $200 or $300 on um, a phone. But if you want a phone with a stylus, then I would go with the Moto G Stylus 2022 or the 2023 phone that I got my wife and all that stuff. So, but this is a budget phone. But if you want a stylus, then you're gonna have to go with the then you're gonna have to go with the Motorola Moto G Stylus for 2022. Yeah, so I had to get my wife more storage this holiday season. I have to get my wife more storage and all that stuff. So yeah, so I had to run a couple of benchmark tests just to see what it was like with while playing classic games and all that stuff. So um yeah, I mean, have I tried anything new? No, because I only play new stuff on my Switch and all that stuff, and um, so yeah, and plus I would use a tablet for that. So this is not so this is a budget. Yeah, this is a budget phone, not stuff. Yeah, so this is a budget phone and all that stuff. So every time you pick it up, um, or jiggle, every time you pick it up or jiggle it, it'll turn on, and that's kind of really nice when you're pulling it out of your pocket. And when you're pulling it out of your pocket, um, when you're pulling it out of your pocket, it'll like turn on, and you can just see what time it is. Like if I need to check the time at work, then. So yeah. So all my photos, like my photo shots, were on the recently on Facebook. Were on the TCL 40XL and all that stuff. And I will take this phone to one of the Christmas parties and you know uh, shoot with, and then I'll do a photo shoot at the party with this phone, and I'll do it with me and Amelia, and so with me, one photo, and Amelia another photo, and then me and Amelia another photo. So yeah, so that's how I'm gonna probably do it at the Christmas Christmas party and all that stuff. Christmas fundraiser for Toby's and stuff like that. So yeah, so yeah, um, yeah. So yeah, this year was a little bit like it was a little bit hectic for me because of you know it was a little bit hectic for me because of the wedding and getting married and all these different rules in life, all these different kinds of rules in life when it comes to marriage. And you just gotta somehow have to deal with it and all that stuff. And, anyways, YouTubers, the review of Doctor Who, uh, Wild Blue Yonder, Wild Blue Yonder. Um, so yeah, I'll do a review on that. Um, but it's not going to be a very strong score because some Doctor Who episodes can get low scores for me. They can get low scores, and this one is just it just didn't really make the cut. So that's the next review. Um, but I gotta watch it one more time and all that stuff. So, anyways, the new special that just came out with David Tennant and all that stuff. So, YouTubers. So what I would give this phone is probably an 8 out of 10. It's a really good phone. It's an 8 out of 10 because it's not the latest like processor inside it. Um, but it's still a pretty good phone. It's still a pretty good phone. Still has a good processor, good battery, good camera, good screen, and all that stuff. It's a 720p screen. So yeah. Anyways, YouTubers, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's a really nice phone. I really like it, and I hope I enjoy it for the next couple of years. I hope it doesn't really die on me, but who knows? With these TCL products, the ones that make TVs and all that stuff. So, anyways, YouTubers, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys all later in the next Lincoln Williams Show episode. Have a fantastic day, YouTubers, and I'll see you guys all later. Uh, and I'll be back someday, YouTubers.